I'm Arjun,
And I'm Alex.
and for our MP7, we built a multiplayer game using JavaScript. And for the client side, we use Socket.io and JQuery, and for the server side, we use Node.js. So to start running our game, all you have to do is type in Node server.js, and then it runs on the local port 3000. But anyone else can connect using your IP address and just typing in the port. So we have the game running on two different server browsers here, and Alex can explain it.
So basically, it's a multiplayer game. So we're controlling the left-hand side, the blue square. So as you can see, if we move around, we can also see ourselves moving around on the other side. And we can move around with WASD or the arrow keys. And then we can also press space to fire a bullet. And then it fires it in the direction of your arrow. So you can also fire it at other people, and as you can see, their health goes down. And then eventually, if you fire enough, they'll die, and then they'll disappear. When you die, you pretty much cannot interact with the game anymore. You can still move around, but you cannot fire, and nothing else can happen. And your health is 0. And then one more feature we added is you can press tab to pull up some stats, like your position, your shots fired, your damage dealt, and stuff. So that's basically our game. And then like many people can join, and then of course when you're dead you can just refresh to reload, and then yeah. So now let's take a look at our code.
Okay, so back to our code. I worked on the bullet and the player classes. So the player class governs like the functionality of all the player methods. So it has a constructor. It also works for attacking, moving around, rendering. And then for the bullet class, it has the functionality of moving around, attacking a player, and yep.
And then the main JavaScript file governs all the game logic and also handles things like the distinction between other players and your players, and key presses, mouse movements, all those things are governed by the main JavaScript file. And then finally we have the server, which is written in Node. The server handles things like spawning the players, generating initial settings for the players, and also just passing information around between different clients. And that's about it. So